Alright, hello. This is Space Cadet Rewind, and we are playing Wing Commander Saga. Okay. This is fan-made mod. I mean, I guess you could probably even call this a fan-made game. Basically made using the open source, source port of Free Space 2. We're gonna do the prologue here. Oh, I guess you get a different room depending on which campaign you're in. Yeah, I put it to a vote, and I had like one new indie game, one old PC game, one old console game, and one mod, and people voted for the mod, which was this. So, we're gonna play this. Oh yeah, I got like cutscenes. So this is like a pretty substantial production.
Approaching nav 4, I've got 2 sensor contacts on my scopes.
Roger that. Stay on my wing and we'll check them out.
I've got visual contact with 2 shuttles.
Confirmed. Stand by, Echo 2.
Inbound shuttles, this is Echo 1. Please identify yourselves.
This is Shuttle Bravo Sierra 80. Our little convoy is bringing you some new trainees.
Good, we've been expecting you.
Welcome to the Oberon system. It may not be the end of the universe, but I swear you can see it from here. But it's a good place to keep the rookies out of trouble. So, are these guys any better than the last batch you sent us?
That's for you fighter jockeys to decide. Me, I'm just a bus driver.
Yeah, well, we'll figure that out soon enough. I'm transferring nav data for the Wellington. Whenever you're ready, we'll take these kids to their new home.
Now, we are still talking about the Wellington, right? That's probably the first time in a few decades she's been referred to as new.
Well, she may not be state-of-the-art, but she gets the job done.
Incoming shuttle convoy, this is Wellington Control. Please identify yourselves.
Wellington Control, this is Shuttle Bravo Sierra 80 and Alpha Romeo 61, requesting permission for approach.
Shuttle Bravo Sierra 80, you are cleared for landing. Shuttle Alpha Romeo 61, give us a second to reset to ALCS and we'll bring you in. Welcome to the TCS Wellington.
Really impressed by the production values here. Like, okay, I apologize to the developers of this mod, but I ain't reading all that. Happy for you though, or sorry that happened.
Good morning, newcomers. As you may know, my name is Major Boz. I'm the executive officer of this fighter wing and the squadron leader of the Diamondbacks. In case you didn't know, we're in the Oberon system of the Vega sector. Today, we will be doing basic flight training to understand the ins and outs of using your fighters, as well as covering some basic navigational skills. For this exercise, we will be flying the F-27 Arrow. The latest version of this versatile reconnaissance fighter interceptor was recently deployed to active duty, replacing both the Ferret and the Epi. It's light, fast, and maneuverable. Respect the Arrow, and the Arrow will respect you. If you recall the technical specifications, the Arrow can carry a large number of missiles. For this hop though, you won't have any. We wouldn't want any of you rookies to go around blowing yourself or your wingman up, now would we? Sandman, Champ, and Panzer. I'm your instructor for this hop. You other newbies will have one of the Wellington's other veteran pilots as your trainer. Pilots, board your fighters and launch from the Wellington only after you have orders from your instructor. Sandman, Champ, and Panzer, don't touch anything in your cockpit before I tell you to. Dismissed.
Okay, so I think we are Sandman. At least we were in the other campaign, so we're probably still Sandman. Okay, I guess at some point you could select the ship, but not now. Okay, did my controls that I set up work?
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
I was born ready. Okay then. First we will exit the carrier's hangar bay before we review some basic controls. I have taken over control of your fighters for the moment, so sit back and relax. Wellington Control, we are ready. Request permission to launch.
Lieutenant Bredizel here, Major. I will bring you home at the end of your workday. Be advised that we have other training wings active in the area. You are cleared for takeoff.
Can I make the HUD more, like, it's less translucent? It's a little hard to read. Why no cockpit? That's a good question. That's just the game, how the game is.
I have returned the ship's controls back to you, Lieutenants, but I've also accessed your shipboard computers, and they will send you periodic messages.
Okay.
Now, target my fighter, Lieutenants. Nothing more, nothing less.
Target acquired.
I have a strong lock, sir.
Okay, you got it. Keep me targeted. Now
Okay.
let's review some basic engine controls, but don't touch anything until I tell you to do so.
Is this really necessary, sir? We've been over this 1,000 times.
Not under my supervision, you haven't. And if you were going to fly my birds, I want to be absolutely certain you know what you are doing. Lieutenant Markham, you have failed to follow a direct order. You thought you were smarter than this.
Wow.
But, sir...
No buts, Lieutenant. I'll deal with you later.
Wait, did I just fail the mission by shooting?
Unable to complete mission.
Rip. Well, it's okay.
Lieutenant Markham, you will land immediately. Do not deviate from
It's
your
okay
course.
because I realized I screwed something up. I mean, it definitely is not AI voice acting. This was made way before that. It doesn't really sound like that to me. Anyway, but yeah, I screwed up because I forgot I need to turn on the target software. Okay, it's like hanging on the on exit. Let me just. Okay. Gonna have to end task here. Bear with me, it'll be just a moment. Because I do want to use the HOTAS setup, so I had to figure out how to use Thrustmaster's target software, which is maybe the most unfriendly piece of software I remember having to use. Space 2. Okay. Commander. Controls. Yes. Okay, they're really strict about not shooting. So the default skill level is easy. I'm gonna bump that up to medium because I'm a big boy. Okay. Do not pull the trigger under any circumstances.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
I was born ready.
Okay then. First we will exit the carrier's hangar bay before we review some basic controls. I have taken over control of your fighters for the moment, so sit back and relax.
This mod is standalone. You just download it from their website.
Lieutenant Bredezel here.
It'd be cool if they could just get it on Steam. Maybe they could do that.
Be advised that we have other training wings active in the area. You are cleared.
But yeah, you don't use it with a copy of Free Space 2 because it's its own game.
I have returned the ship's controls back to you, Lieutenants, but I've also accessed your shipboard computers, and they will send you periodic messages. Now, target my fighter, Lieutenants. Nothing more, nothing less.
Target acquired.
I have a strong lock, sir.
Okay, you got it. Keep me targeted. Now let's review some basic engine controls, but don't touch anything until I tell you to do so.
Is this really necessary, sir? We've been over this 1,000 times.
Not under my supervision, you haven't. And if you were going to fly my birds, I want to be absolutely certain you know what you are doing.
So got the throttle. I've got an actual, you know, sliding throttle thing, which is very nice. But yeah, I am like, wait, wants me to target Alpha 1, and he's targeted. Maybe it's just like waiting. Yeah, it's just like telling me about stuff. I got our afterburner, just like in Wing Commander. Eject.
Yes, sir. During missions, if you forget any of the controls, the computer can give you a reference to all this stuff again.
Okay. F1 key for the reference. Alright. Yeah, I'm really impressed with the production quality on the voices. Like, everybody has high quality mics. They don't, I mean, they sound like they're acting. Like, this does not sound like, you know, what you think of as mod voice acting, you know?
Flight control is set to match speed, Major.
Good. Now follow my fighter. Be sure to stay close. Your ship will now match speed with every ship you have targeted, even hostiles, until you cancel it. This can be useful for tailing enemies without overshooting them and ending up in front of their guns.
Did you not notice that we have a voice in chat? I mean, yeah, I noticed. I'm reading. Yeah, I mean, we haven't met him in game yet. So, you know, looking forward to that. Okay. We're following this guy.
Now, pilots, I want you to gain a real appreciation for exactly what your job is as a fighter pilot. Look around you. You are responsible for the safety of every one of these capital ships. I don't want you to sacrifice yourself needlessly, but if the situation requires, You are
This is
expected to
the
give your life
big
in
stick
defense of these
and
ships. You
throttle.
are expendable. They are not.
Yes, sir.
Sound a little intimidated.
I
Sam.
resent that.
It's a big
I
job.
am not
You won't
expendable.
be expected to do it alone. Just take care of your wingman, and he'll take care of you. That's the first rule of combat. Always watch your wingman 6. Your lives depend on it.
Did you hear that, Panzer? The Major just gave me the permission to keep an eye on your 6.
Not that you haven't been doing that all along.
Let's move on with our training, shall we? Select Nav 1 and engage autopilot.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Okay, so apparently this is not a thing in free space, but this has like autopilot, just like Wing Commander.
All clear. You pups remember the procedure to proceed to Nav 2?
Yes, sir.
Well then, punch it again.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Is he gonna fail me if I accidentally shoot
Course
at this
to Nav
point?
3. You getting the hang of this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hit it again.
Proceed to next waypoint.
That's one of our corvettes. Be nice, will ya? Pull us up into formation with me.
Hey, Arrows! Nice to see a friendly face.
Same goes for you. How's it going?
We're on picket duty in this backwater system. The monotony tends to grind on you after a while. There's nothing here but space dust, asteroids, and boredom.
Well, as you can see, we've got a new gaggle of trainees. Maybe they can liven up your day.
So you want us to give them some authentic training?
Sure, why not?
Q to rebalance shields. Okay, so we got some X-Wing in here. This is not the Wing Commander game that came on 5 CDs. That's
Try to inflict hull damage greater than 90%.
Wing Commander 4. Yeah, Wing Commander 4 didn't have a cockpit either. The things moved away from cockpits.
If your own simulated integrity gets below 50%.
Attack the Corvette.
Watch and learn, folks.
Okay. I assume this is the Corvette. Alright. Okay. Oh, right, I'm like matching speed. That's why. Yeah, I mean, you just see more of the screen and people prefer that, and the developers don't have to make a cockpit, is I think why. And, you know, not everyone prefers that, but I'm definitely, I lean towards, you know, no cockpit myself. Alt-G on certain fighters will enable glide mode to save fuel. Huh. Oh, looks like we won.
Computer shows the Corvette should be crippled now.
Oh, crap. You just got beaten by a wing of plebes. Looks like you've been training them good, Major. Anyways, we've checked your nav point back to the Wellington. Got a clear way home.
Okay, let's see if this has it.
Good job, Sandman. You handled that well. Pilots, let's take course back to the Wellington.
Good job.
Oh, so there is a third-person mode.
Right on.
To do that.
Great too, Angela. Thanks for having my back.
You did all right. Now let's get moving.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Alt G. Okay, there is a glide mode. Oh, I see, but it's like turned off the engines basically. Well, that's I'd have to like put that on a bind to like a button on the joystick or something, because that's kind of awkward to like do Alt G like that. Yeah, I do like third person, and this seems like a decent implementation of it on the bottom of the screen so you can see.
That's what they pay us for.
We got a Kiwi pilot.
Permission to land.
Finish taking the baby.
Oh wait, that's Viking!
Of course. Now it's time to bring them home to roost. Alright, Lieutenants.
Unless I'm, you know,
go ahead and land.
I'm wrong and they're Australian. I'm sure, you know, you two get annoyed when people confuse that. Can I just like autopilot? No. Land on the TXS Wellington. That's the Wellington. Alright. Oh god. Yeah, I'm just gonna back off so I can get a better approach here. Collision.
Good job out there, Sandman.
I guess it's
You
okay.
handled the arrow like an old pro, and you showed some leadership potential with your wing. Anyways, overall you did a good job out there today. We'll see if you can keep it up when the heavier training begins. Dismissed.
Okay. Alright, well, that's the first mission. Oh, I got like a little patch. And I'm a second lieutenant. Okay, I was correct. Okay.
Good morning,
Hopefully
pilots.
they don't
Since
expect
none of
you
ended up
to have
sucking
read that.
vacuum on your first training exercise, Lieutenant Colonel Mitchell asked if we could keep from screwing up
Doesn't
a few
seem like they
simple
do.
milk runs. You may consider them to be on-the-job training. Today we are tasked with escorting the shuttles and transports that brought you newbies, along with the replacement equipment and supplies you will use for the next few weeks, out of the system. Each of you will be detailed a convoy of a few shuttles or transports, depending on their destination. Personnel shuttle launches have been staggered so that at least one of the Diamondback senior officers will be able to observe you rookies and hold your hands on this mission. As soon as you return, the next escort flight will launch and so on. Check the computers for your assignments. Sandman, you'll be with me on this run. The transport TCS Aurora is headed for the Edding system. We will hook up with the transport and ensure its safe passage. Lieutenants Chaplin and Chrysologo will be joining us. We have set up a 4-point navigational route, passing by an asteroid field and finally leading to the Eddings jump point at Nav 4. As soon as the transport has been safely delivered, we will return to the Wellington.
I don't know. I should probably know what kind of like military structure they have in the, you know, Confederation, but I don't. Alright, escort the TCS Aurora to jump point.
Shuttle Bravo Sierra 80, you're
Oh
clear.
god,
Take off.
that was like,
Your escort is waiting for you.
that's some acceleration there. Okay. They gotta give me the next waypoint. Oh. Oh, I got permission to launch, do I?
Awaiting orders for escort mission.
Nice to meet you, Sandman. They call me Assassin.
And they call me Ninja. Nice to meet you, kid.
Nice to meet you too.
Oh, there's power management.
For a few months. We got put here right after the Battle of Earth.
You guys fought in it?
Yeah, we were in the same ferret squadron. It was actually our first mission right out of the academy.
All of us who survived were all promoted one rank after that escapade.
Battle of Earth? They actually got to Earth?
Yeah, well, not all of us rookies survived.
Well, it made for one heck of a career starter.
Sandman, I see you met Assassin and Ninja. They're good pilots. The record at the
Okay,
Battle of
Assassin
Earth
and
is
Ninja are kind of goofy code names.
You do well to
Or,
watch
you
them
know,
closely, for the most part. Sometimes their communications decorum is a little lax. I'd rather not have you pick up that particular habit.
Ah, come on, Major. If we've got to fight a war, I think we've got the right to have at least a little fun while we do it.
We all need to blow a little steam now and then. Don't push it. When have we ever pushed the line? Do you want a list? No thanks. Good. Send navigation to Nav 1.
Roger that, Major. Sandman, out.
Hey, Sandman, don't forget to hook up with the transport's autopilot system. Fly within 950 clicks of the transport to make the link.
Okay, so there's power management. Let's look that up. How do I do that? Energy management. So like increase weapon energies, insert, decrease engine energies, page down. So insert, page down. Does that affect my speed with afterburners? Like, let's see. I'm going 455. With afterburners 1400. 3, 5. Okay, so dumping power out of engines does not decrease. Oh, establish autopilot link. Why am I? Oh, I have to. So they're there. I need to like get close to them. Got it. Thought I would have to autopilot to them.
Autopilot link established.
This is the TCS Aurora. Autopilot linked. We are ready to go, Lieutenant.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Who is Sandman? Yeah, Sandman is us, so we're just, you know, blank slate pilot person.
We have reached Nav 1. Scopes are clear. How are you doing so far, Sandman?
Fine. Just fine.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a voice.
I'm on an escort mission with the boredom really starts to set in. You gotta be careful to stay focused. You can start to daydream, and if you're not careful, you could even drift off to sleep. Speaking of which, Major, I've been having these weird dreams lately. About evil Kilrathi waiting to snatch you from under your bed?
No, really, it's kinda different.
And how is that, Lieutenant?
You always appear wearing old cowboy attire and leather chaps with no pants. Oh, not that one again. I love that dream.
Will you two morons shut up? You're going to traumatize poor Sandman for life.
Sorry, sir. And this is what can happen when you get bored on a transport escort run. Ugh, scary stuff.
Transport runs are important to the Confederation war effort, Sandman. Our combat forces need fuel, weapons, and supplies. We could lose the war by losing too many transports, even if we didn't lose a single capital ship.
Yes, sir.
Good. It can be taught. Let's move on.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Okay. Weirdly long autopilot cutscene.
We have arrived at Nav 2. I have visual on an asteroid field.
Kilrathi pirates aren't the only threat to our transports. Now, you see those rocks in front of you? Those are called asteroids. They float around and run into things and hurt them. We're here to keep that from happening to the transport. If any asteroids stray too close to the transport, your job is to blast them.
Yes, sir. But, sir, if the asteroids are dangerous, why not just steer the transport clear of them?
It's the enemy we can't see that is most dangerous, Sandman. The asteroids provide cover and help us hide our supply routes. Right now, we are just going to skirt the edge of the field. It will provide some natural ECM for us and decrease the likelihood of us being detected.
Okay, so they're bringing asteroid fields in, but sort of a different take on them.
Keep in mind, though, that the ECM works both ways, so we probably won't see anything the size of a light fighter hiding in the asteroids until it is practically on top of us. So, keep your eyes open for anything in the asteroids.
Proceed to next waypoint.
We've arrived at Nav 3. I'm reading a lot of rocks and not much else.
Looks like there's no danger here after all. Should we proceed to the next nav point?
Wait a second. Got some strange readings on the scope. Analyzing contact. I'm picking up multiple bogies in the asteroid field. Computer reads as Razor and Demon class fighters. IFF is negative.
Okay, we got pirates.
Assume Sandman. Look sharp.
I'm seeing it too. Looks like the vessels are Terran.
Could they be mercenaries or militia?
If they were, they would have told us that already. They're probably just pirates.
Pirates? How? What would they be doing here?
Sandman, just because we've been fighting the Kilrathi for the past 35 years or so, doesn't mean piracy and other criminal activities have just come to a screeching halt.
Well, then let's take them out.
Well, you need to warn them first. They are citizens of the Confederation after all. Assassin, read them their rights.
Unidentified fighters. This is Aero Escort flight from the TCS Wellington. You have the right to get the hell away from us. You have the right to tell us that you are pirate scumbags. And you have the right to attack us and get blown to space dust. What are your intentions, over? Die, pig! You know, I'm actually feeling kind of disappointed here. I was hoping for an arr, matey, or something like that.
Sir, I don't think he liked his rights.
I don't think so either.
Bandits are accelerating to attack speed, heading directly for the Aurora.
That does it. Break formation and open fire. Check the TCS
Okay,
Aurora
here
and
we go.
all
Some real combat now.
Yes, sir. Breaking formation and opening fire.
TCS Wellington, the Aurora is under attack by pirate forces at Nav 3. Request backup. Over.
Request acknowledged, Major.
Okay, Sandman, this is the real thing, so keep your eyes open. If missiles are fired at you, you need to make sure to use your countermeasures.
Okay, good start.
The alarm will beep faster the closer the missile gets to you. When it gets close, drop a countermeasure, hit your afterburners, and big hard. The real best chance for evading the missile.
Take out those demons first. They're capable of carrying a heavy missile bolt that could seriously damage the Aurora.
Things looks pretty blown up, but still kicking. Alright, there it goes.
This is the TCS Aurora, requesting immediate assistance. Get the thing
Unable to complete mission.
Wait, what?
Damn, the Aurora has been destroyed. Really screw this up, kids. Disengage and return to the Wellington immediately.
Yeah. What's it say in your
Proceed to
manual
next
about?
waypoint.
What the hell? That was, that happened really quickly. Okay. Well, I guess I gotta turn it back down to easy, because that was the default. I don't know what happened. That, like, went from 0 to 1,000 in, like, 1
Good
second.
morning, pilots.
Shuttle Bravo Sierra 80, you're clear for takeoff.
Hopefully I can, like,
Escort is waiting
fast
for you at
track
designated
this.
rendezvous coordinates.
I don't know what happened there. Like, the pirates were, like, really far away, so I went to intercept them, and then all of a sudden the escort ship blew up.
This is Sandman, awaiting orders for escort mission.
Nice to meet you, Sandman.
Uh-oh.
Call me Assassin.
And
Are they gonna make us sit through all of this dialogue every time?
How long have you guys been on the Wellington?
This is...
For a few months.
Well, is it good? Well, we're in the process of finding that out.
Yeah, we were in the same ferret squadron. It was actually our first mission right out of the academy.
All of us who survived were all promoted.
There's
one
another
rank
group
up
that they
to
call
master
out.
grade.
Why weren't they, like,
Yeah, well,
showing up
not all of
as a
us
target?
survived.
I was like, I targeted the nearest thing and it was super far away from the cap ship.
Sandman, I see you met Assassin and Ninja. They're good pilots. The record at the Battle of Earth and their service on the Wellington has proven that. You do well to watch them closely. For the most part.
Is there like a button to skip this? Because this is really unfortunate, having to sit through all this dialogue every time.
Ah, come on, Major. If we've got to fight a war, I think we've got the right to have at least a little fun while we do it.
We all need to blow a little steam now and then. Don't push it. When have we ever pushed the line? Do you want a list?
No thanks.
Good. Send navigation to Nav 1.
Roger that, Major. Sandman, out.
Hey, Sandman, don't forget to hook up with the transport's autopilot system. Fly within 950 clicks of the transport to make the link.
Oh, that's... Maybe you don't have to sit through it. I was like targeting the wrong one. Whoops.
Autopilot link established.
the TCS Aurora. Autopilot linked. We are ready to go, Lieutenant.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Yes, this is using the FreeSpace 2 engine, or the source port version of it.
We have reached Nav 1. Scopes are clear. How are you doing so far, Sandman? Fine. Just fine.
Okay, you do have to sit through this, and that sucks.
Boredom really starts to set in. You gotta be careful to stay focused. You can start to daydream, and if you're not careful, you could even drift off to sleep. Speaking of which, Major, I've been having these weird dreams lately.
About evil Kyorathi waiting to snatch you from under your bed?
No, really, it's kinda different.
And how was that, Lieutenant?
You always appear wearing old
So,
cowboy attire and leather chaps.
There's time compression, or at least in base FreeSpace. Yeah, I've played Freelancer. I enjoyed that game. I actually played that back in the day because I could use a mouse.
You morons, shut up! You were going to traumatize poor Sam.
Yeah, it was fun.
Sorry, sir.
And this is what can happen when you get bored on a transport escort run. Ugh, scary stuff.
Transport runs are important to the Confederation war effort, Sandman. Our combat forces need fuel, weapons, and supplies. We could lose the war by losing too many transports, even if we didn't lose a single capital ship.
Yes, sir.
Good. It can be done. Let's move on.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Okay. Lasers on their own do squat. Oh, you gotta go full guns in this? Alright, let's see how you do that. I was wondering why it was taking so much punishment to kill that one guy.
We have arrived at Nav 2. I have visual on an asteroid field.
How do I do that? Weapon keys. Cycle forward, primary weapon.
European pirates aren't the only threat to our transports. Now, you see those rocks in front of you? Those are called asteroids. They float around and run into things and hurt them. We're here to keep that from happening to the transport. If any asteroids stray too close to the transport, your job is to blast them.
Yes, sir. But, sir, if the asteroids are dangerous, why not just steer the transport clear of them?
It's the enemy we can't see that is most dangerous, Sandman. The asteroids provide cover to help us hide our supply routes. Right now, we are just going to skirt the edge of the field. It will provide some natural ECM for us and decrease the likelihood of us being detected.
Even though there likely isn't anything out there trying to detect us. It's standard precautions and all, you know.
Keep in mind, though,
Okay, let's...
both ways. So we probably won't see anything the size of a light fighter hiding in the asteroids until it is practically on top of us. So, keep your eyes open for anything in the asteroids.
Yeah, I gotta bind Alt-G to like a button on the joystick because that seems way too awkward to do like mid-maneuver Alt-G. So I'll have that ready for next time.
We've arrived at Nav 3. I'm reading a lot of rocks and not much else.
Looks like there's no danger here after all. Should we proceed to the next nav point?
Wait a second. I've got some strange readings on the scope. Analyzing... Contact! I'm picking up multiple bogies in the asteroid field. Computer reads as Razor and Demon class fighters. IFF is negative.
You spoke too soon, Sam.
Okay.
Look sharp.
So there's razors and demons.
Looks like the vessels are Terran.
Could they be mercenaries or militia?
I guess the bombers, which must be the razors, I guess,
How? What would they be doing here?
didn't go hostile until afterwards.
Fighting to kill Rothy for the past 35 years or so doesn't mean piracy and other criminal activities have just come to a screeching halt.
The demons are the bombers.
Well,
Okay.
then let's take them out.
Well, you need to warn them first. They are citizens of the Confederation after all. Assassin, read them their rights.
Unidentified fighters. This is Aero Escort flight from the TCS Wellington. You have the right to get the hell away from us. You have the right to tell
Well,
us that you are
try this out.
scumbags. And you have the right to attack us and get blown to space dust. What are your intentions, over?
Die, pig! You know, I'm actually feeling kind of disappointed here. I was hoping for an army tea or something like that.
Sir.
Yeah, it just, I tried targeting the closest hostile and they were like super far away. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Alt G off.
For the Aurora.
That does it. Break formation and open fire. Check the TCS Aurora at all costs.
Yes, sir. Breaking formation. and
Why am I
opening
still in
fire.
glide? Okay.
TCS Wellington. The Aurora is under attack by pirate forces at Nav 3. Request backup. Over.
Request acknowledged, Major.
Okay, Sandman, this is the real thing, so keep your eyes
How did they get
open.
so far away so quickly? What the hell?
You need to make sure to use your countermeasures. Remember, your missile alarm will beep faster the closer the missile gets to you. When it gets close, drop a countermeasure, hit your afterburners, and bank hard. That will be the best chance for evading the missile.
Take out those demons first. They're capable of carrying a heavy missile load that could seriously damage the Aurora.
Yeah. But how did they get so close? I don't understand. I thought I targeted the closest hostile, and then they're like, I don't know where they're coming from. We're gonna have to do this again, I think. Hopefully. Maybe we'll be okay.
I'll rip your friggin' head off! What's it say in your manual about this?
Okay, I guess we're alright. Oh, we both turned the same direction to try to veer off. I guess consequences for crashing are not that bad in this game.
God-fed pilots suck.
Okay.
I'll rip your friggin' head off!
Wonder what those circles on them mean.
position.
How did you fix the keyboard problem?
Get back here, Sandman, or we'll remove you from the flight roster.
Oh.
We can't leave the transport vulnerable chasing after a few kills.
Okay. I mean, it wasn't that far away. Calm down, man. Alright.
Acknowledged, Major. I'm returning to escort formation.
Major, this is Viking. We were told you were under attack. We need to offer assistance.
We're under attack, Viking.
Oh, you mean the problem with the joystick gremlin? My solution was I stopped using joystick gremlin and used Thrustmaster's software instead.
Sandman didn't do half bad in a real fight.
Thanks, sir. I did my best.
You're turning out just fine, kid. You guys should have seen him.
Good work, David. I can't wait to hear all about it.
That's great. We've got a decision to make. My wing is still fresh. Do we pursue the pirates?
Negative. Lieutenant Colonel Mitchell says the chances of an ambush is too great. You are to finish your current objective and then return to base. From there, you will organize a proper search.
Okay then, let's get the transport to the jump point at Nav 4, then they'll be safe. Viking, see you back at base. Activate the autopilot.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Okay, see you, Viking. But yeah, it's kind of awkward mission design because like I go far away from the ship because the enemies are far away, but then like some more just sort of appear seemingly out of nowhere that are close to it. It's strange. I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm not understanding there.
We ran into a few pirates, but we were able to beat them back.
Pirates? That's surprising. TCS Aurora, we're ready to assume escort.
Affirmative. Thanks for the escort work, Major.
We'll guard the transport until she leaves the system. You're relieved of your escort duty.
Roger that. Alpha Wing, let's get back to the Wellington. Set course back home to Nav 5.
Proceed to next waypoint.
But yeah, all that dialogue was good the first time, not so much the second time. Yeah, unfortunate that there's no way to skip all that.
Welcome back, Alpha Wing. Light deck is free. Your clearance to land. Good job out there.
Roger, Wellington Control. Alright, boys. We can go back home now.
But yeah, I like the idea of like being able to like sort of make use of Newtonian physics.
Very nice work, Sandman. We were all taken by surprise by those pirates in the system. You kept your cool, followed orders, and fought well, and kept yourself and your wing from getting smeared to nanoparticles. Don't let your reputation of being the top prospect in your class go to your head. But you did well enough out there today.
Okay. We'll have to decide for each of these whether we are happy for them or sorry that happened.
Pilots, as you may have all heard, during our escort missions yesterday, a group of pirates attacked the transport Aurora. Several pirates successfully escaped from the engagement. Despite the confirmed pirate presence in the system, we are going to continue with our training as scheduled. If you encounter pirates or any hostiles during your training flights, you are not to engage without direct orders. We are short of tasks in this sector at the moment, so you will be assigned to a different class of fighter for a few training missions. Some of you guys will fly the F-86C Hellcat 5,
They are very talky.
a wonderful multi-purpose fighter which you will fly a lot in the future. Others will get to fly the F-66B Thunderbolt 7, a heavy fighter that can absorb and dish out severe pain. Upon launch, we will fly to the nearest asteroid belt. We will then use the asteroids for target practice, but, and hear me well, do not fire any missiles without permission. Every missile you fire without my express say-so will be taken out of your pay. Those things aren't cheap, and the taxpayers don't like paying for trainees who get trigger happy.
Okay. Still can't pick a ship, so I don't know what they're gonna give me.
This is Wellington Control. Alpha Wing. You're cleared and may launch anytime.
Yeah, look at that. All guns. Alright, we're gonna get orders.
You know, this is very depressing. We're stuck here without any action or Kilrathi. There's nothing interesting in this system at all.
Don't get down about it, man. Just do what I do in these kinds of situations. Imagine
Well,
you're on a beach somewhere,
I
soaking
just
in the sunshine, drinking
inadvertently
the ocean,
activated game bar. Please
surrounded
go
by the
away.
sounds of summertime and
Okay.
mods. I'm
Trying to
mods.
activate the glide.
Beautiful women.
That's unfortunate. I thought I turned that off, but I guess they turned it back on.
Thanks for reminding me. The last
And I
time
guess
was
this
on
thing
the
doesn't
beach
have
in
the glide.
17. Had a wonderful time with this amazing girl. She was a redhead, very smart and very exciting. I wonder where she is now.
Sounds nice. Last time I was on a beach, I spent the whole day meditating on the waves. It was very serene.
Yeah, the last time
I guess
was on
G
a beach,
for
I was
game
with
bar.
Peter. While he was busy contemplating nature, I was busy keeping all the women company. Why does that not surprise me? Hey, Major, do you have any nice beach and sunshine memories? You know, Assassin, as a matter of fact, I do.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear it.
I remember my last R&R. I had orders from the ship psychologist to take some shore leave, relax, and work on getting control of my anger. He told me that as a squadron leader, I can't lead if I can't keep my temper in control.
It's giving me motivation to make sure I beat this mission the first time.
I'm much more in control of myself. I think I've been doing a lot better managing my anger since then.
Glad to hear you've got the whole anger management thing down. Because if that's the case, then I guess it's okay to tell you what the ship's shrink told me what I need to work on. Said I need to stop using Major Bo's toothbrush to scrub the toilets. Although it gets them really clean. It will be pretty hard to give up that habit. Oh yeah, I like that one. Good luck with that. Well, the ship psychologist told me that I need to stop charging my drinks to Major Bo's account.
So that was you guys? That's it! I'm gonna kick your sorry hind parts from here to Vega!
So, Major, how's that anger management thing going for you?
Just set course for Nav 1.
Hey, we're just messing with you. You know that, right? It's how we show you how much we like you.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Yeah, the subtitle text is not the most readable. I mean, the whole HUD is just kind of a little hard to read due to the way it's translucent and really small. But that's just free space.
Sure, we're nearing the asteroid field.
Roger. Light. Arm full guns. Let's have some target practice.
Arming guns.
Use just your guns. As I said before, if you fire any missiles, they'll come out of your pay. Keep an eye on your shielding. Now destroy some asteroids, pilots.
Wow, this thing's firepower is completely different from the Arrow. Just ripping apart these asteroids like butter.
No sluggish from me, man. I'll take an arrow over anything, any day. Yeah, same here. This Hellcat's just slowing me down.
That's why you two are here. You guys need
You can
to
skip
diversify
dialogue
your
using
skill
time
sets.
compression? What's the time compression button?
Something on the comm channel. Patching it through.
Major, this is Wellington Control. One of our Hellcat patrols picked up a signal and went in all all by themselves to stir up trouble without calling for backup. They are now under attack by an overwhelming number of pirates not far from your position.
Wellington Control, who are the pilots?
Captain Burton and Lieutenant Cooper, Pink, and Hornaday.
Jeez, what was Burton thinking? He had orders.
Captain Burton reported that Lieutenant Cooper peeled off the formation and engaged without orders. Captain Burton ordered the rest of the wing to attack to allow Cooper to withdraw, but then the fighting became too intense.
Wellington, we will assist them. Heading to Nav 2. Activate the autopilot.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Yeah, I was looking through that and I couldn't find anything. Okay, shift, like greater than or less than. Okay, I'll try that next time.
Alright, we're closing in on their last known position. Now this is real, kids, so stay sharp. This is Major Boz. Bravo Flight, where are you guys?
Good to hear from you, Major. This is Bravo Flight. We are heavily engaged.
Somebody said
Burton, get your wing
this
out of there.
disabled it.
Go to our position at once.
There's too many of them. We can't withdraw without exposing ourselves to enemy fire.
I've got it under control, guys. I've already killed 3 of them. Just keep them off my back and watch me go. I'm on my way to ace of the day. What do you think about that, Markham?
Cooper, don't be an idiot. Captain Burton, we are moving to assist.
Make it fast, Major. Wait, I've got a missile closing. It flew right past the countermeasures.
Boy, taking out Captain Burton. Time for some payback. Come
Yeah, it's good the first time.
Shit, back off. You're gonna get us all killed. You got nothing up. What's that?
Okay. Target,
He's dead. We're getting swarmed.
I guess we can't target the enemies because we're too far away from them.
Cooper are down.
I'm reading a pirate caption. Also detecting a swarm of racers and demons.
Sandman,
Okay,
pay
I guess it
attention.
works.
This is what happens when you get overconfident. You end up dead. Worse, you end up getting other people killed.
Yes, sir.
We'll talk about it later. We've got 2 pilots still out there who are put in a bad situation by no fault of their own. Sats and Ninja, attack the pirate fighters.
No problem.
Gotcha. Hubler, Floyd, what's your status?
I'm pretty shot up. Same here.
You 2 are to withdraw as soon as we make contact with the enemy. We'll occupy them long enough to let you slip away. Sandman, attack the Carnivan. I'm authorizing you to use your torpedo. I will cover you and take the shot if you miss.
Roger, arming torpedo.
God-fed pilots suck.
Still can't target them. Okay, here we go. Carnarvon. Named after the... Hold on, I gotta like change to the torpedo. Uh-oh, I don't know what the buttons are. Okay, secondary weapon. / okay, I'm doing it.
God-fed pilots suck.
Right, this takes forever. Alright, I hope they're gonna cover me. Alright, hopefully 1 is enough. I shot the torpedo.
What's it say in your manual about this?
I don't know if it hit. I think I only had one, so... Just gonna deal with the fighters for now.
I hate pirates.
Yeah, well, I hate playing Hellcats even more.
Well, somebody had a little accident there. Try and take out the turrets. Hey, I think it worked. No, it didn't.
What's it say in your manual about this?
Alright, there we go. I think I got the turret finally. There we go. Guess I could just sit here, maybe increase power to weapons. Destroy whatever that is.
Concept pilots suck.
I don't know if my turret didn't hit or if it just wasn't enough. Or my torpedo, I mean. But we're just sitting here. I assume there's like a way to target subsystems. Turn off targeting of subsystems. Oh, whatever. Oh yeah, increase time compression, decrease time compression. Okay, it's there. torpedo probably got shot down. Well, that's unfortunate. Probably have to get really close before launching. Yeah, but they didn't say anything about that. I guess they just expect you to be an old wing commander head and just, you know, think of things as wing commander like.
That's it for the pirates.
Good job, people. Especially you, rookie.
Thank you, sir.
Nice
Bad
big
man.
explosion.
Remember this. In war, people die. It's an everyday reality. The real tragedy is when people die when they didn't have to. That's what happened here today. Cooper's arrogance killed both him and Burton. What a waste. We'll have to complete Bravo's flight patrol. Let's move on to Nav 3.
Proceed to next waypoint.
And yeah, I was worried the blast might hurt me, so got away from it.
There's nothing here, sir.
Wait, I'm picking up multiple disturbances at the jump point.
How many?
I'm picking up 8 capital ships. One of them's a carrier. It's a big one, too.
Hey, relax. It's Confederation. Our guys, you know?
Kennedy,
Unidentified fighters,
Warspite.
this is the TCS Kennedy requesting your identification codes.
Roger that, Kennedy. Transmitting codes.
Okay, your codes check out. What's going on, guys?
We just had a tangle with some pirates, including a frigate. We took out the trash. How about you?
We're here for resupply.
Really? Here?
Yeah, well, orders are orders, I guess.
Of course.
You guys seem to be low on fuel and weapons. Why don't you land on our deck? We'll fill you up and reload you in case you run across any more pirates on the way back home. Our zombie wolf squadron will keep stuff quiet for the time being.
Sure, we'll take you up on that offer.
No problem. Thanks for all the help you guys have been doing to support us heavy carriers on the front. You are clear to land.
You heard the lady.
Oh yeah.
Land at the Kennedy.
I guess
Rearm
I
and
would.
refuel.
Mission complete.
I could just set my keybinds because of the way this is set up. I should be able to actually set keybinds. Oh, I am coming in way too hot. Okay. Is this not the Kennedy? This is the Kennedy. Go in the back. Okay, that's a little awkward.
Not bad for your first time in a Thunderbolt. Now that we are back on the Wellington, you can stop drooling. Only the very best and most experienced pilots are assigned to the fleet's new Lexington-class heavy carriers. You've got a long way to go before you qualify for that kind of service. We lost 2 men today because of one pilot's mistake. Lieutenant Cooper ignored the order not to engage without orders and backup. He wanted some kills for himself. In doing so, he needlessly endangered himself and the 3 other pilots in his wing. Now he and his wing leader, a veteran pilot, are dead. I want you to take Burton and Champ's death as a lesson. When you see numbers beyond your abilities, you call in for backup. You do not light your afterburners in an attempt to find some glory. Unlike what you have seen in the holovids, there are no heroes out there. Don't get so confident in your own abilities that you underestimate your enemies. That is the quickest way to get outfitted with a coffin. The funeral is tomorrow at 0900. Uniform will be Class A dress blues. Be there.
Be there, or be square. Okay. I'm gonna say, sorry that happened.
Morning, people. If you were not aware, the TCS Kennedy was in the system this morning to replace her combat losses. We have transferred the Hellscream Squadron, the Longbow Bombers, and 2 escorts over to them. They have moved on and left us with a little conundrum. On their way to the rendezvous, the Kennedy recon fighters detected a strange signal in the far reaches of this system. Wellington's own long-range sensors have also picked up a series of electromagnetic signals in that vicinity. We know something is out there, but can't identify it. With the Hellscream Squadron gone, our junior squadron's proficiency in the arrow
Wish
has
there were
tagged us
subtitles
into Wellington's
here.
eyes and ears. My flight will fly a scout mission that will bring us to the edge of the Wellington scanner range. The rest of the Diamondbacks, under direct command of Colonel Mitchell, will initiate a long-range cap around the carrier, just in case whatever is out there happens to have hostile intentions. You know what to do, so do it. Dismissed.
Okay, so I did want to change some things. So toggle gliding. Put that on a thing. So what does that conflict with? Doesn't matter. Alright. Targeting, and then what I wanted to do was this. And then this. Alright.
Morning, people. If you were not aware, the TCS Kennedy was in the system this morning to replace her combat losses. We have transferred the Hellscream Squadron, the Longbow Bombers, and 2
This is
escorts
Wing
over
Commander
to them.
Saga,
They have
which is a
moved on and
fan-made
left us with a little
game.
conundrum. On their
System
way to the
requirements
rendezvous,
are
Kennedy recon fighters detected a strange signal
you
in
can
the
play
far
it.
reaches of this
You'll be
system.
fine.
Wellington's own long-range sensors have also picked up a series of electromagnetic signals in that vicinity.
You can download it at hopefully someone can come up with the URL. I don't have it offhand, but if you just search for Wing Commander Saga, it'll be there. He's just redoing the briefing. Alright.
Alpha, you're cleared for launch. Go solve the mystery for us.
Do you think the signal could be a result of more pirate activity, Major?
Alright,
We don't have
that
enough
works.
data yet to even make an educated guess.
What do we do if we find another concentration of pirates?
We'll report back to the Wellington and put together a proper strike. This is not a search and destroy mission. Let's get to it, gentlemen.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Alright, I gotta remember to go into third person every time.
We are currently at the far edge of the Wellington sensor range, beginning long-range scan. I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Major, did you get that?
Get what, Sandman?
Hold on. Can I like turn the music down? It's a little loud compared to the voices. Turn the voice
Tally
up.
on new contacts. Tally on new contact.
I got something on my radar. What? Wait, it's gone now.
I didn't see it. Can anyone else confirm a contact?
I was looking away. I didn't see if they actually put the something on the radar.
Two of us had a contact, so it's probably not just a ghost in the machine. Keep your eyes peeled.
There it is again. I have a
Oh,
significant
yeah, there it is.
return, bearing 167, long
It's there.
range. Looks like the signal's large enough to be a cap ship, maybe cruiser size.
I knew I saw something.
Confirmed. It's on my scope too, Major.
Okay, let's check it out. I'm adjusting the next nav point to move us in for a closer look. Let's go.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Wait a second. It's gone. The contact is gone from my scope. Does anyone else have it?
Nope, I lost it too.
Nothing here. I confirm the target is not registering.
Let's proceed to the last coordinates we had for the contact.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Yeah, I think it might just be like wcsaga.com. Yeah, just search for Wing Commander Saga, you'll find it. You can turn off third person. I turned it on.
Here we are, and there's nothing to see.
What do you think it could have been? That was a pretty large target. Could it be the pirates?
Doesn't seem likely. Pirates generally don't have any capital ships bigger than a frigate.
My radar's picking up another contact.
I see it too. Looks like the contact we saw earlier, but this time it's in a different location.
Okay, so how could something the size of a cruiser disappear from here, and then just mysteriously appear in a different location?
I'm sure there's a logical explanation. Let's go over there and see what we can see.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Okay. I'm gonna try to do some sick glide maneuvers. See if I can pull that off. Probably more of a cap ship thing.
No one here to greet us.
That's weird. I'm still reading the contact. Wait. Ah. The radar contact just vanished off my scope again.
I'm getting sick of this wild goose chase.
Major, could it be stealth fighters of some sort?
Maybe, Sandman. The thing is,
Kira slide.
electronic signals that big.
There it is again. Contact now bearing 90 degrees off our starboard side. The same size, big enough to be a cap ship.
Great. More ghosts. Just what I always wanted.
Don't let yourself get confused or frustrated.
Yeah, there's no way someone could have a stealth fighter. That'd be crazy.
Proceed to next waypoint.
I can say I lost because the sun was in my eyes.
Huh. Looks like we might be onto something. We're getting closer and the contact's still
It's
there.
true, sir. The Kilrathi have invisible fighters.
Going to fade out? I bet that it is. 100 credits say so.
Hey, wait. My bet was that it will fade out too. There's no way I'm betting it will stay.
Any second now. It'll fade out and I'll be 100.
Okay, it's definitely not going to fade out this time. They've guaranteed it.
Hey, what's there to bet on when we both have the same thoughts? It's not fair, man.
Guys.
Not now, Sandman. We're trying to figure out the bet.
There's no bet to figure out. I'm not betting. Freaking con man. Jeez, man.
Guys, that contact's now breaking into several separate ones.
What the? Oh, crap!
Forget it. Bandits!
Dark it.
Bandits! Right in front of us! Bearing 0 degrees, -5 degrees. IFF's reading negative.
Computer reads targets as Kilrathi, Dark Cat class.
Ninja Assassin. Looks like both of you lose the bet. I guess I'm the default winner.
Major, I'm picking up 4 more Dark Cats behind us. They are inbound on our 6.
I think we've been duped.
Heads up! Dark Cats in front of us are accelerating to attack speed.
We're right between the hammer and the anvil.
Jeez, it's a whole freaking Kilrathi fighter squadron gunning for us.
Suckered us into following fake signals away from the carrier. All fighters, break and attack. We'll have to fight our way out of here.
We better let the Wellington know.
Roger that. Wellington Control. We have contact with Kilrathi forces. TCS Wellington. This is Major Boss from Diamondback Squadron. Come in. Over.
Wellington Control, this is Aero Patrol from Diamondback Squadron. Wellington Control, come in, dang it!
The comms are getting through. They must be jamming us.
I see the reason. Look at that
Yeah,
fighter.
this is all very Wing Commander 3.
You mean that Vactor?
You're almost right, Sandman. That's a Zartov. One of their new electronic warfare craft, built on a Vactor's chassis.
You know what? I think I get it now. It was that Zartok that broadcasted those fake signals, and then once we were out of range of the carrier, it started jamming our comms.
Wow, Ninja, you're a genius.
What can I say? It pays to stay in school.
Mission objectives updated. Destroy the Kilrathi fighter squadron and the Zartov.
Okay. It's a lot of enemies. Like, this is a lot more than I remember fighting in Wing Commander 3. Okay, so there's the Zartoth. Oh my god. That was closer than I thought it would be. I thought I was way farther away than I actually was. Oh, this thing's small. I thought it was like a big capital ship.
So much for the ambush. Man, we're good.
Yeah, but the thing is, you know, with having more enemies, just because you can doesn't mean you always should. I usually prefer,
Still no
you know,
response. Even with the jamming gun. That's not
more
good.
involved fights with less enemies to
I'm not
tons
sure,
of popcorn
but I'm guessing it's
enemies.
trouble. Okay, full power to engines. Set autopilot to home base. But spare the fuel for the afterburners. We may still need it.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Thank God you're here, Alpha Wing. We're in serious trouble.
Where's everyone else?
Most of our fighters got wiped down the first attack wave. We'll fill you in later. We need to work on defending the
Wing
Wellington.
Commander Armada, that's definitely a Saturday stream game, not necessarily a big video game, you know?
We're not afraid of you, Cat. It's your turn to be afraid.
Down. Repeat, the Colonel is down.
Wing Commander is down. Hereby taking charge of the Wellington's fighter wing.
Okay. Oh, there's a Gothry. Probably should deal with that. He's probably gonna go after our cap ships. Uh-oh.
We've lost our escort. Tighten up, people!
You killed my sister. You killed my friends. You've taken all I'll let you take. This ends here, you Utai. I'm breaking up. David, I'm sorry.
I think third person might mess with the firing angle a little bit.
Angela, no!
I'm like taking a pounding here. Alright. I guess I'm okay. My shields are holding up. I have seen Super Wing Commander. It's a very weird and awkward remake. I don't think it's very good. Okay, I think we did it.
That's all the cats. We beat him. Who's still with us? All fighters, report in.
This is Ninja.
I wonder if I could have saved some of those
Assassin
ships.
reporting in. This is Hubler. I'm with you.
This is Floyd. I'm still functional.
Sandman?
This is Sandman. I'm here.
Anyone else? Just the 6 of us then.
Not picking up any escape pods. All pilots of Lost Fighters are assumed KIA.
Alpha Wing. Land for rearm and refitting. One more thing. Watch out for the fires on the flight deck.
Yeah, I'm not like fully familiar with Free Space, but this does read to me as just like looking exactly like Free Space. So I feel like the makers of this game could have maybe... Uh-oh, engine wash. Okay. They could have stood to, you know, replace some of those assets to make them look more like Wing Commander 4 or something, but...
Today was an exercise in
maybe that's
While we
there's
were
some
out
reason
chasing
why
ghosts,
that's difficult.
Wellington was attacked by squadrons of Kilrathi fighters. The Kilrathi must have been watching us for a while. They attacked us just after we offloaded half our fighter wing. The bastards hit us when we were most vulnerable. We don't have time to give honors to our many comrades who died today. We will attend to that when the crisis is past. For now, we need to work on surviving. We have beaten back the first wave, but sustained heavy damage. Our engines are only able to function at a fraction of their power. With Lieutenant Colonel Mitchell's death, and the losses incurred in the last conflict,
Yeah,
all
the
we have
HUD
left are
might
a
be one of
trio
those
combat
things.
veterans and a handful of you youngsters, along with the fighters that the techs are working on bringing up to speed. We have 4 arrows and 2 thunderbolts left. That means we don't have enough strength to project our firepower. All of us are needed to provide cover for the Wellington. We are making the best time our engines will allow to the Eddings jump point, trying to retreat toward Westland, the last known position of the Kennedy battle group. It is likely the Kilrathi have other forces in the system, so we can expect them to try to intercept us. Stay alert and ready to fight. Dismissed.
Okay. I'm an ace of aces, I guess. Yeah, I wonder if the HUD is, well, I'm gonna say this one also is sorry that happened. But yeah, the HUD is like so customizable. I wonder if that's why it's so tricky, because there's so many different pieces to it.
We finally got long-range scanners partially online, only to find that the probable origin of the Kilrathi attack is a lot closer than we'd like.
This one's a happy for you.
One unknown contact in the system, but the damage to our sensors and enemy ECM is preventing us from getting an accurate reading on the size, strength, or precise location of the force in question. Unfortunately, if push comes to shove,
yeah, I think the fighters on patrol didn't come back
to counter a large enemy force as we unloaded our longbows to the Kennedy. We've sent a distress call to any nearby Confed forces, but there's been no response. We can only assume that any other vessels close enough to assist us have either been destroyed or did not receive our distress call through the Kilrathi jamming. With our engines partially repaired, we are still making time to the Eddings jump point. We can't outrun anything in our current condition, but with any luck, we can pursue a course that will allow us to evade the Kilrathi. We will launch all remaining fighters to escort the Wellington out of the system. Alpha will consist of myself and Sandman. Bravo will be Assassin and Ninja. Hubler and Floyd will be Charlie, flying Thunderbolts. Evasion is our best chance for survival, so we will take an indirect route to the jump point. We will escort the Wellington through navs 1, 2, and 3. The jump point out of here is at nav 4. It is likely that the Kilrathi will have some sort of capital ship at the jump point, so the Thunderbolts should try to save the torpedoes until then. There's no room for error, people. We are a damaged carrier with fewer fighters than a destroyer. We are a very tempting target for the Cats. Do all you can to make sure we aren't an easy one. Godspeed.
Yes. It's not very useful map panning, but it looks cool, and that's what matters.
Fighters, you're cleared for immediate
Oh,
launch.
they've rusted our carrier somehow.
Wellington, what is your
It's
current
been so
status?
beat up.
All integrity is screwed up beyond all recognition. Engines are less than 50% operational. Phase shielding is intermittent. Half our turrets are destroyed. Captured missile launchers are damaged. We still have some internal fires.
You might as well
Yeah.
give this old tub a new nickname.
Sadly, as much as I like the way the third-person view looks, it does mess with the firing angle. It makes it harder to hit things.
Forward to the challenge.
Stow it, people. This is serious, so act the part. Pulls up to escort formation and set course to nav 1. Thunderbolts, check in.
I'm locked, loaded, and ready to go. The Dex did a good patch-up job. All lights are green. Peter was primed and ready.
Good. Ninja
The Concordia hangar is damaged.
Thunderbolts alive. We'll probably need their capital ship strike ability sooner than later.
Somebody set off another bomb.
Waypoint.
What's my opinion of X-Wing Alliance? I haven't played it, but it sounds cool in theory. I mean, well, so I've played, TIE Fighter TC, but not the base game.
Picking up an entire squadron of targets. They're running hot.
Well, shoot. I was hoping we could get farther before they found us. Engage and destroy the enemy. Wellington, try to jam their comms. Maybe we can keep them from calling the rest of the Cats in on top of us.
Watch out! Right behind you!
They must have got these taunts from like Wing Commander 3 and 4, right? The music too, I think this sounds exactly like what I remember of Wing Commander 4.
Enemy fighters destroyed. If they can spare an entire squadron of Darkets for a simple recon, the enemy presence in this system is probably even bigger than we estimated.
We can't confirm whether or not we could jam their transmissions. All fighters, be on guard.
This is going to get interesting.
Pilots, Get back into formation around the carrier and activate your autopilot. We need to get out of here.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Yeah, at some point, the voice lines in these games, in like Space Sims, got kind of out of control. Like they just started overusing them, and you just heard the same taunts and like death screams over and over and over again. It got a little old. Like a Star Lancer is really guilty of that as well.
Destroy those missiles. None of them get through.
B to target the closest bomber.
Yes, sir. Watch your distance. If you're too close when you take out a cap ship missile, the shockwave will tear your fighter to shreds.
Okay.
The targets must have got a signal through and called in the cap ship missile strike. That means all hostile forces in the system know where we are.
There's a cheerful thought.
Keep your eyes peeled. Those missiles had to come from somewhere.
All units, as soon as those missiles are destroyed, form on our side and set course for nav 2. We have to get out of here.
Okay, got them all. Yeah, at least they're not like invisible cap ship missiles. That was always like the most insane thing to me in Wing Commander 3, where like the introduction to the concept of shooting down a cap ship missile was an invisible one. Which, like, that is not how you video game. You gotta, like, introduce the Goomba, and then the Koopa Troopa, and then, the jumping Koopa Troopa. You don't start with the jumping Koopa Troopa.
All units, the Kilrathi are putting a jamming field on us. Be advised,
What did I crash into? What? Huh?
Bandits! I'm reading fighters closing rapidly on our position.
You know what to do. Engage.
You fly like the ape that you are.
That fucking stock Panther sound. Oh man, that takes me back.
Yeah, great job, kid. I'm real impressed.
Okay, well, that went quickly.
All units, the jammer field is still on us. Return to escort formation and proceed to the next waypoint.
I don't like flying blind like this.
It's not like we have any other choice. Move out.
Proceed to next waypoint.
So many games and movies and whatever use that sound.
More bandits. Stand by to engage.
Major, we've got one
Light
destroyer
destroyers.
closing in. Don't give it a chance to fire cap ship missiles.
All units, attack the destroyer. Turrets are a priority.
Is this really an appropriate ship?
Torpedoes? Not yet. Wait for a specific order to fire torpedoes. There may be bigger fish to fry out there. See if you can take out their missile launcher.
Consider that guy declawed.
I hope you new guys remember
Yeah, I
how
guess
to
use the
attack
missiles
turrets.
on the cap ship.
Carrier 6!
Great explosions in this. I assume they're just, you know, straight out of Free Space 2.
They had that coming to them, didn't they now?
I want to take out all the fighters before trying to get close to the destroyer. Okay. I don't know if there's a way to like select targets other. I mean, I guess you just, you know, looking at them, and it targets whatever you're looking at. As far as subsystems, oh, the explosions are custom. All right. If I can take out that turret. Oh, there's a turret there too. Alright, we got him. Launchers are at the front. Oh, right. Right, we gotta deal with those in case they launch bombs. Oh no. We got him, I think.
Good job saving our bacon. That was a close one.
Wellington, what's your status?
As well as anything could be. Our engines took a few hits, but we're still okay.
Very well. We can jump out at the next nav point. All fighters return to formation and set autopilot.
There's a space sim on Roblox. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Glide is handy for attacking the front. Yeah, that makes sense. I gotta get used to using that. K selects turrets. I see.
Well, I think we just found out where all those fighters were coming from. You've got 2 enemy cruisers blockading the jump point.
Well, I don't really have
Can your shields withstand
a
a barrage
ship
from cruisers long enough to jump?
appropriate for attacking
Might be,
those.
Major. Our base shields are operating at partial power only.
That means we need to take those cruisers down. Kubler, Floyd, you are clear to use those torpedoes.
But Major, we barely have enough torpedoes to take down one of the cruisers. And that's if we hit it just right.
We'll take the other one down the old-fashioned way.
Okay, well, which one are they gonna attack? Alright, well, we got bogeys. There it is again.
Enemy fire is too intense. She's breaking up. Ejecting. We can't afford to lose the other Thunderbolt. Provide cover.
Yeah, I don't know how people would react to seeing Roblox being there. I guess that would be like the mod slot.
We've lost both the Thunderbolts. Major, what should we do?
Wellington, you're going to have to try to run the blockade. We'll try to drop fire from the cruisers.
That won't give you much time to land.
We'll do what we have to do. We'll try to do emergency landings if the Wellington jumps.
What about Hubler and Floyd? They've ejected. They're still out there.
We have no means of retrieving them, Sandman. There's nothing we can do. Wellington, if you're going to do this, we need to do this now.
Major, our engines are overheating. Must be the damage from the last attack. We'll push it as hard as we can.
Roger that. Just hang on a little longer.
Where the hell is some support when you need it?
I almost feel like I should just be max guns and then move with the afterburners. As long as the missions don't go too long, you could probably get away with that.
Damn it! All units! Our engines have blown out! We're losing thrust!
Wellington, the cruisers are closing in on you!
Copy that, Lieutenant. Try to buy us some time.
Yeah, great job, kid. I'm real impressed.
The cruisers are almost in range! We can't get clear!
Wellington Control, you've got to do something!
We're trying, but no luck. We're abandoning ship.
Uh-oh.
What about you, Wellington Control?
thrust button's finished. Good luck, Major.
No, we made it so far. How could this be happening?
Sandman, stay focused. We need to buy time for the crew of the Wellington to abandon ship.
So, where do we go from here, Major?
Haven't figured that out yet.
The hit detection is like very accurate, which I kind of don't like. I don't like having to be like so fiddly in order to hit them because they're so thin. Kind of prefer if there was a little more give there.
This is the TCS Wellington. Position Mayday. Mayday!
Unable to complete
Oh.
mission.
I thought...
That's the Wellington! She's going down! Did any shuttles or life pods get out?
Scanning. I can't see any, sir. They're all
Thought that was supposed to happen.
We're stranded here.
Major, what's our options?
I don't know about you, but I'm not prisoner material. Especially considering what the cats do to captured pilots. I'm planning to go out with a bang.
I'm with you, Major. Count me in.
Let's do as much damage as we can.
Okay then, let's get this show on the road, folks. All units, follow me.
Oh, there's too many turrets on that thing. Well, this is sort of working, but probably going to take way too long.
Coming through the jump point. Big one, too. Wait, IFF raises Confederation. They're friendlies.
Say again?
Capital ships coming through the jump point, they're friendlies. Got 2 cruisers coming out of the jump.
Wellington pilots, where the heavy cruisers Dover and Juno responding to your distress call. What's your situation? Over. This is Major Boz, Senior Flight Officer. The cat's already got the Wellington.
I see we were too late. Were there any survivors?
Just us and 2 other ejected pilots.
Wellington pilots, stand by. We need to clear this jump point of the Kilrathi presence. All batteries, open fire!
I should probably get away from this thing.
Those flea bags apart!
Might have missed cap ship missiles, yeah, maybe. You know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put cap ship missiles on my joystick. It's the one that's B. Hat forward. Because that seems important. But, you know, it seems like they got this under control.
That was for the Wellington!
You fly like the ape that you are. Don't mess with us, furballs.
Oh, they got some fighters here. Pathetic descendant of monkeys. Yeah, I definitely remember that. Just hearing that one constantly.
Well, what do you know? Against all odds, we have lived to fight another day.
I guess the Grim Reaper didn't have our names on his list today.
We lived, but we're the only ones. Everyone else, they're all gone.
I know, man. I know. I feel bad for them too. But the way I see it, the universe has just given us a gift. We can either focus on what we've lost, or we can focus on what we've been given. And we've each been given another day. You don't have to feel guilty because you lived.
You all performed admirably today. I couldn't have asked anything more from you.
I mean, there's one thing you could have asked more of us.
Down, we'll pick up the ejected pilots and then be jumping out. We'd like to do a clean sweep of the system ourselves to take out any stragglers, but we've taken too much damage. We've transmitted a request for reinforcements to make sure Oberon is free of any Kilrathi activity.
Copy, Dover. We've done all we can today, pilots. However, I have the feeling it's only just begun. Pilots, initiate landing pattern.
On the Dover, I assume? Okay. I don't know if... Okay, okay. They don't make you actually land. Thank God.
But you can't blame yourself for what happened. The Kilrathi cruisers came too close for us to save the Wellington in time. Loss is part of this war, Sandman. You unfortunately have just borne witness to a scene played out all too often in this damn conflict. Confed Intel is going to
You cannot defeat the Drakai!
Just once. Get some rest. You'll need it.
The Vega sector. To be continued. Okay, so I guess that's the end of the demo campaign, or the prologue. very cool. But yeah, let's continue. No active campaign. Okay, I gotta pick one. Have to find the correct place. Okay, for it. Darkest Dawn. Do I still have my medals? Can I see that? Where do you even go to look at that? It's like the tech room. Oh, this is where the mission simulator is. Okay. I was wondering, like, how you replay missions in this game. Barracks to see your medals. Oh, that's what I look like. Medals. Oh, they're gone, because, it's different campaign, I guess. Anyway. Alright, let's, see the first mission of the new campaign. I guess we'll have a big cutscene before that, so strap in. Sit back. The Darkest Dawn.
Echo 2, form on my wing. Parade position. Make it tight, make it close.
Affirmative, sir.
Lima 1, have we picked up our friends yet?
Looks like we kicked over a hornet's nest. I am picking up 9 capital ships, one of them a carrier. Also picking up a lot of smaller targets. Fighters, looks like at least 60.
Hermes Control, Wing Commander here. Urathi carrier in sight. Opposition is expected. Moving to engage.
Open a comm channel for me.
Channel is open.
Hermes Flight Group, this is the captain. You know what was lost. You know how they died.
Ooh, this guy's mic is maybe not as good as everyone else's.
Come back alive.
He said it, he said the thing.
Conflict is the new Grenadian policy, according to a spokesperson. Confederation officials are now meeting with the Grenadians to dissuade them of this new approach, arguing that there is no evidence that the Kirathi have ever honored a negotiated peace.
4 weeks after the loss of the Wellington, and they still haven't released an official report. No truth in the news, and no news in the truth.
This is your Captain Crazy Jane speaking. We are just a few minutes inbound to Fort Jackson. Comms still seem to be down, but we should have her in sight just as we pass around the moon. Oh my god!
Unidentified shuttle. This is Zulu 1. Call sign Jaws. I have radar lock on you. Squawk IFF codes and identify yourself.
Shuttle 236 inbound for Fort Jackson for refueling
And transfer to TCS Hermes.
Well, dear, here's the bad news. Fort Jackson ain't there anymore. You better want to hurry.
There might be Kilrathi in the area.
What?
You are still in unsecured airspace, but here's the good news. You are cleared direct to the Hermes. Sending coordinates now.
Coordinates received.
Welcome to the front lines.
Okay, happy for you though.
This is Captain Moran. Those pilots and crew joining the Hermes from various venues, welcome aboard. Those from the Wellington, our condolences for the loss of your vessel. She was a good ship. You joined 4,000 of the finest crew and pilots anywhere in the Terran fleet. With 9 combat squadrons and 6 escorting warships, the Hermes battle group is one of the most powerful strike groups in the Vega sector. Our battle record and reputation speak for us. Our comrades respect us. Our enemies fear us. I do not know what the news networks have been broadcasting, but I will be frank with you. The war is at a stalemate. The Navy has been forced to deploy outdated light carriers to the front in an effort to replace the recently sustained losses, most notably among them, the carriers lost during the Battle of Earth. Being one of the few Con-Fed fleet carriers in this quadrant, we make a big and juicy target.
Needless to say, the Kilrathi have placed a high priority on the destruction of our carrier. They enjoy an overwhelming advantage in numbers of fighters of all classes and capital ships. Kilrathi have the upper hand, and they know it. During the past 2 weeks, we've been in the Chengdu system battling a Kilrathi battle group centered around the heavy carrier KIS Gapthrak. During our skirmishes, we have taken out a heavy cruiser, 2 destroyers, and half of her fighter complement. We've also put 3 torpedoes into the Gapthrak, forcing her to retreat back to a Kilrathi naval base. We're now positioned in the Brimstone system to hunt down a few Kilrathi raiders.
Brimstone system.
Sadly,
recognize that name.
For 14 hours today, Rear Admiral Callahan, our battle group commander, succumbed to injuries he received during the last attack on our ship. Funeral proceedings will be announced at a later date. We can all honor his memory by continuing to carry out our duties effectively and efficiently. Always a point of pride for Admiral Callahan. One more thing. A note to the current members of the 811th Bloodhounds. Colonel Walker has appointed Major Kenny Boz to your vacant squadron leader position. Even our most experienced pilots will no doubt learn much under the tutelage of such a decorated combat veteran. Moran out.
Okay, I guess we're at the end of it.
I am Major Boz, the new squadron leader for the Bloodhounds. Some of you might already know me from our time on the Wellington. Our squadron is on rotation for the next patrol duty. I will be pairing up the new pilots with veterans from the squadron so the newcomers can be broken in. Sandman, you will be assigned to Grey Wolf. You two will be Alpha Wing and patrol the Hermes' right flank in a standard 3-point diamond patrol. Sweep these 3 nav points, then head back to the Hermes. Use your best judgment out there. Dispatch anything your Hellcats can take on. But if you find anything big out there, you are ordered to report back with the information. Do not engage it. Information in the battlefield is power, and far outweighs you getting killed. Bravo Wing will consist of...
Was it I guess it's supposed to trail off like that? It's just like, okay, we got past the interesting part, and now we're gone. We're going.
Greetings, Lieutenant. Lieutenant Commander Kate Sweeney here. I run the switchboard. Listen to what I say, don't give me attitude, and we'll get along just fine. Alpha Wing, you have clearance for launch. Be wary of nearby traffic. 4 arrows on cap and 1 shuttle outbound.
Confirming. Establishing flight coordinates now.
I fell asleep during the briefing.
Routine patrol, ready to go.
No patrol is routine, Dorothy.
I would prefer if you didn't call me that.
Suit yourself, Toto.
I think I'd prefer Dorothy after all.
Attaboy. Now, set a course for the next waypoint.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Lock and load on the firing line. Enemy ships incoming. Go have to fight this battle.
Oh wait, does this not have the... I guess it doesn't have the slide. Right. Okay. I have like lost the ability to control my ship for some reason. May have suffered from a stroke or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Alright, let's move.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Hey, Viper, what's going on?
Same old, same old. Making sure this flying bullseye gets out of the system, okay?
They're playing guard dog in a gated community.
Well, apparently this suburb's going downhill. We ran into some cats at our last nav point.
Thanks for the heads up.
Dorothy, set course for nav 3.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Okay, I guess we're sticking with Dorothy.
Lock and load on the firing line. Enemy ships incoming. Sandman, you got a bogey on your 6.
This ship I'm in is not the most maneuverable one in the world. Don't get cocky.
Picking up some funky signals at the edge of my scope. You detecting that?
So many sci-fi one-liners.
Very well. Better check it out. I'm updating your nav computer with the new location for nav 4.
Proceed to next waypoint.
I don't like that it doesn't have the glide mode. Yeah, I think that glide is like super cool. I guess there was in Wing Commander 3, but I never really used it in that.
And one destroyer.
Like I didn't understand how it worked. It didn't have very good feedback.
Our fair game.
No. I mean, it hurt him a lot more than it hurt me, so maybe let's call it a valid strategy. What are you laughing about? Laugh it up, furball.
Dorothy, time to get the hell out of here. We're extracting to nav 5 so the cats won't find the Hermes position.
Alright.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Only in the Arrow and Excalibur. Yeah, well, one of the reasons it's so slow is that I'm just putting everything into weapons.
Are they still on our tail?
I doubt it. Anyway, set course back for the Hermes.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Well, the next evolution of a space combat game is... that's what Star Citizen is supposed to be, right?
Mission complete.
Hermes Control, this is Alpha Flight. We've come across a light carrier and her destroyer escort.
Roger that, Lieutenant. I'm relaying your report to the Colonel. How did the new pilot do?
Well, he came back alive. Enough said.
Very well. Alpha Wing, you have clearance to land.
It does have bartender AI, but does the bartender AI actually work at this point? I haven't been paying close enough attention to know. Oh. Am I like on the wrong end again? Oh, okay.
Good job on the patrol work, Lieutenants. Not only did you sweep all the nav points of Kilrathi fighters, you stumbled upon the location of a Kilrathi light carrier and brought that information back alive. Intel has identified the Kilrathi light carrier as the KIS Tharkmar and the destroyer as the KIS Yagyug. These two have been driving the local defense forces up the wall. Rest assured, we'll be planning offensive operations in the next few hours. Dismissed.
Don't land, just... Oh, okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense. It's just like a spawn, you know, trigger zone in the middle. Yeah, I'll do that from now on.
Since we confirmed the location of the KIS Tharkmar, Colonel Walker has been sending wings from the other squadrons to flush out her fighter complement. We've cut our fighters down to size, and now it's time to drop the hammer. We are sending in a strike to finish her off. Alpha Wing will be me, Phalanx, Grey Wolf, and Sandman. I will be the flight leader and overall command of the strike. Our flight of 4 Hellcats will provide primary fighter cover. First, we will head to Nav 1 and sweep out
Who's the better pilot, Luke Skywalker or Blair?
Once that is done,
probably Blair. I mean, Luke Skywalker does everything, you know, he's a jack of all trades. Blair is a pilot and only a pilot, and when he tries to do something other than be a pilot, he gets what's coming to him.
Our Hellcats and Thunderbolts only have a few minutes to clear out all enemy fighters and defenses. When that time is up, Charlie Wing, consisting of 2 longbows from the William Tell Squadron, will enter the combat area and commence their torpedo runs against the Tharkmar. When all is done, we will return to the Hermes via Nav 3.
He did get shot down on Hoth.
Location to any cats in the area.
Destroy the Tharkmar defenses. Help Charlie and Bravo Wings to destroy the Tharkmar. Alright.
Bloodhounds, mud sharks, you have clearance to launch.
Yeah, I feel like the, you know, the models, they don't look great, but they fit right in with this era of game, you know. Like this, it looks exactly like a guy from a professionally made game from like 2006 or 2004 would look like.
Fighters on approach. Take it to them.
You fly like the ape that you are.
I like the, I think this is just a Free Space 2 thing, but I like the little, you know, triangles that extend out to show you how far away, like how far you need to turn to see your target. That's a really helpful UI feature.
Ship sighted. Looks like we're right on time.
Looks like that destroyer's shield generators are down. Mud Sharks, it's all yours.
Roger that. Psychopath, Avatar, do not attack. That destroyer is mine.
Yeah, whatever. We'll keep the little ones off you. Of course, Captain. You selfish
Selfish little bastard. That's not unintelligible at all.
Looks like the cat's laid out the red carpet. Let's not keep him waiting, boys.
Half dozen fighters, Dark Cats. No match for our Hellcats.
Bloodhounds, take out that fighter cover.
Yeah, this thing can outrun me even with afterburners, unless he's also using afterburners.
Bunkers! Laser fire's a bit heavy, more than I expected.
Oh, so you need assistance, help, backup, maybe
Hey, if you are trying to take my kill, you do not attack!
Damn! Captain McCoy's down! Use the shit. Look how well this stupid burn. Better than gasoline. You mud sharks can be inconsiderate bastards, you know that?
The hell?
Nice thing about this war, idiots can never escape Darwin's law.
Got the chatter, mud sharks. Just kill the destroyer.
Okay.
I'd like to take this opportunity to send my condolences to the Emperor.
Yeah, what the hell was with that guy? That's no way to talk about someone who just died? Who would do that?
Bloodhound Squadron, this is the William Tells. We're commencing our torpedo run. Cover us if you can.
You heard the man. More fighters are being launched. They're going after the bombers. Get them.
So much for the fighter cover.
Okay.
Cruiser away.
Yep, Blair does not have space magic. So all he's got is his piloting skills. Uh-oh. I better skedaddle.
Oh yeah, scratch one flat top.
Pipe down, Dorothy. That was just a cheap escort job.
Oh god. You guys okay?
Major, I read multiple disturbances at the jump point.
Corvettes. Oh, well, in the movie, it's not the Force, it's genetics. So they skip straight to midichlorians.
One heavy carrier, Banta Cara class, 2 heavy cruisers, 4 destroyers, 2 corvettes.
Somehow they don't look happy to see us.
He has the ability to do math really well, which is like the lamest superpower I've ever heard of.
Nobody's home.
All pilots, set course for the Hermes.
Proceed to next waypoint.
Now he's much better at math than ChatGPT.
Sandman, you're first in the cycle.
Don't worry about that.
Welcome back, pilots. Nice job on that little carrier. You are cleared to land.
Good job out there, Bloodhounds. The destruction of the Kilrathi light carrier would have wrestled this system back under Confederation control. However, the arrival of the new heavy carrier group has spoiled those plans. We've identified the Kilrathi heavy carrier as the KIS Tepuask. Intelligence reports that the commander of that vessel has a bone to pick with Captain Moran. Apparently these two go way back. Needless to say, Tactical has ascertained that this Kilrathi will follow us anywhere to restore his honor. To that I say, bring it on. There will be a funeral for Captain Paul McCoy on the flight deck at 1800 hours. Uniform is Class A dress blues. Until then, we'll remain on standby alert. Dismissed. You all heard the scramble alarm, so we have to make this quick. Recon flights from the Sparrowhawk Squadron report the KIS Tepuask is all but cleared as flight decks.
Yeah, that guy was a massive asshole.
Our recon patrols have already entered engagements with Kilrathi scouts. To protect the carrier, Colonel Walker is ordering a magnum launch, all available fighters up. Ships from the other fighter squadrons are fanning out from the Hermes to form a main defensive perimeter. Others are going to intercept these Kilrathi destroyers, which are fast approaching missile launch range. We Bloodhounds are pulling point defense. Our job is simple. We are to stand guard over the Hermes and her escorts. We will coordinate our defense with the other squadrons and escorts of the battle group. Anything that gets past our main defense force, we will take out. No questions asked. Let's get to it.
Okay, so just defend our carrier.
Bloodhounds, you are cleared for launch. Good to know our own personal guard dogs are on duty.
Sweeney, if we're dogs, can I lay on your lap when this is all over?
Head in the game, mister.
Sandman, are you receiving this laser link?
I hear you, sir.
I want you being the wing leader again. I saw you command during the raid. I want to see how you do it in the point defense situation.
Major Hitchy, those destroyers are almost in missile range. Blow them out of my sky.
Roger that, Colonel.
All units, the enemy strike force is broken into several groups and are re-vectoring to hit us from different directions.
Major Boss, the techs are preparing to bring the other half of your squadron.
Yeah, I continue to be super impressed by the way they've done the voice acting and all the just constant chatter in this game.
Enemy fighters and bombers moving into our area. We're breaking formation to engage.
Hell's Archer Squadron covering Delta Quadrant. We have sighted hostiles.
This is Mudshark Leader in the Beta Quadrant. We are engaging the enemy. Burma Tiger Squadron, engaging enemy fighters in Alpha Quadrant.
Alright, the mud sharks were the assholes, right?
The battle to defend our carrier has begun. Again, I might add.
Again?
Yeah, we pulled point defense duty last week. How's our Rear Admiral Callahan got mortally wounded. Thanks to Grey Wolf.
Hey pal, it wasn't my fault.
I was kidding, Grey. Major Gonzalez really botched that last one. Paid for it with his life.
Can it, you guys? We wait till any Kilrathi get past the perimeter. Till then, keep your mouths shut.
More parked on with frothy escorts have broken through our defense perimeter.
Okay, here we go.
Major, bombers ahoy.
Go for the bombers first. Break and attack.
Guess the Paktons are bombers. Okay, should probably be careful here.
There's a fighter on your sinks. Fair play, lad. Fair play.
Bloodhounds, get it together. Hermes, where are the rest of my squad?
On their way out now, Major.
Alright, maybe now we can actually do some good.
USS Defenseless. Now these guys, they've got some decent defenses. The defenseless will come later, I'm sure. Wait a minute, did I not actually feel like I didn't set the controls right? Wanted this. I guess I didn't, I guess I accidentally canceled this. Okay. There we go. Because, yeah, having... being able to target bombers and bombs seems important. Very important.
Stragglers?
pack tons. Okay. I think we're good.
This is Great White Leader. My exec has been shot down. Repeat, my exec has been shot down. I think he managed to eject. Prepare to send out SAR.
What in blue blazes is going on over there, Jaws?
We took down a couple of fighters.
Okay, that guy's a little ridiculous.
In your direction. Over.
What in blue blazes?
Bombers are starting their torpedo
When is the
run.
TIE Fighter video? It's gonna take me a while. Oh, Pactans. Okay, that's all the bombers dealt with. A crew helping me out? You mean like in real life? No.
Beta quadrant secure. Garathi team neutralized.
Casualty report, Mudshark leader.
3 down. No ejects.
Just me.
Wartag, Iceblade, and Foxtrot.
Jaws here. All Kilrathi in our region are gone. Gamma quadrant secure.
Hermes, the Kilrathi are ripping us to pieces. We need assistance.
Burma Tigers, come in. Burma Tigers, respond.
By playing most wing commander mods,
Can
I
anyone
mean,
report on the Burma Tigers' status? We
who
can't see them
knows?
from here
If I
due to
keep
the
doing
jamming.
these Saturday streams, you know, I'll do whatever.
The rest of the squadron's in trouble.
But we're gonna finish this first.
They're still en route.
Psychopath, come on.
We're picking up bombers
The
and
Edgelord squad, Mud Sharks. No more bombers. Okay, that's the bombers taken care of.
That's all the bombers. Hermes, Itchy here. We've nailed both destroyers before they could launch missiles.
Well, does Free Space 2 Open
We're getting reports from the other
have
squadron.
VR
All
support?
surviving Kilrathi are breaking off engagement and retreating. Great job, team.
And the
Yeah, the friendly AI seems pretty good at their job.
Good work, Fighter Wing.
Mission complete.
Yeah, I got a friend who is into VR, so I kind of experience VR vicariously through him. Oh, I think we're upside down. Not that that matters.
I think the deck under your feet is probably congratulations enough after a defense mission. But in addition, that was a job well done, people. We could have tightened it up in a few places, but overall, I'm very pleased. I know this isn't going to sit well with many of you who have fought hard for this piece of space, but Captain Moran has been ordered by HQ to take the battle group into Vega and abandon Brimstone for the time being.
Wing Commander with joystick?
Ours is not the reason why.
Like
We're keeping
Wing
us
Commander 1?
We have some travel ahead of us to the Vega jump point, and if I know the cats, they'll want to give us a noisy send-off. Dismissed.
The recommendations button?
Greetings,
Just asking
Saga.
questions here.
I am
Metal Gear?
Lieutenant Colonel Clear, XO of the Hermes Fighter.
The DARPA chief.
Squadron leader of the William Tells. Time is of the essence here, and I will make this fast. You have temporarily been
Got a
assigned
new guy.
to us because we need a replacement pilot to fill in for one of our own in sickbay. Major Bars recommended you in light of your performance against the pirate frigate from your last assignment. Please, take a seat, and we'll
Pirate
begin the
frigate?
This morning, the other squadrons were able to beat back the Kilrathi attack on the Hermes. This strike bought enough time for half a dozen cruisers and destroyers.
Is that how they
to
say
block
it
the Vega
in
jump point,
Britain?
which we are fast approaching. Intel believes this blockade is made up of the remainder of the Gap-Thrak battle group we fought in Chengdu. Meanwhile, the newly arrived Tupast battle group is trailing us and is starting to regroup. We have no choice but to run the blockade into Vega. Colonel Walker is deploying the William Tells to try and soften up the escorts as much as possible before the Hermes battle group arrives.
Alright, we're coming up on time here, so this will be the last mission, but we'll continue this next week.
Turrets if needed. Even better, try to take out the weapons control system.
Caribbean?
Their accuracy will drop drastically. Because our longbows are the only jump-capable fighting spacecraft on the Hermes, we will have no fighter escort. We will stay in the system until the Hermes and her battle group jumps out. Only then we will retreat out of Brimstone. If we encounter hostile fighters, we're on our own. Major Ramius will be commanding Alpha Wing with Sandman and Snipes on his wing. I will command Bravo with Summoner and Pepsi.
Pepsi?
Good luck and good hunting.
They named a guy Pepsi? I wouldn't mind my call sign being Pepsi. That'd be pretty funny.
William Tells, you are clear for launch. I'll keep the comm line open so you'll always be up to date.
Okay, we're in a bomber.
Sweetie, what's the status of the Tupast battle group?
We temporarily lost sensor contact due to ECM, but they were in hot pursuit. We're not going to have a lot of wiggle room on our timing.
Thank you, Miss Sweetie. All bombers, form on me and set autopilot for jump point.
Proceed to next waypoint.
It's a long autopilot cutscene. Damn it. I pressed the wrong button. At least I only wasted small missiles.
This is the captain. Beginning last-minute preparation to commence blockade run. Maintain fleet formation. Destroyers, form the vanguard. Cruisers, take flanking positions.
Navigation. Begin plot for jump sequence. Miss Sweeney, readiness report if you please.
Captain, all batteries trained and charged for battle. Escorts report all batteries and missiles locked and loaded. We're waiting on your order to commence.
Liam Tell Squadron. Good luck and Godspeed. See you on the other side of the jump point.
Same goes for you, Skipper.
Very well then. All ships, flank speed.
Countdown beginning. 8 minutes to jump sequence.
8 minutes? Jeez. Okay. I don't know who I should target first. I mean, I think it auto-targeted this Corvette, so go with that. I wonder if there's like one of those ships that did the weird ECM stuff that you could destroy to get rid of those ghosts on the radar.
We're going in then. Break and attack. In a fire zone like this, we're going to be taking fire from all directions. I strongly recommend you consider transferring power to your shield. We're going to need it.
Okay, let's give this a try. Oh right, it's gonna take forever to lock on. I am still too close. Okay, got them. Corvette.
Damn it, Colonel Clear?
I'm not picking up an ejection beacon. All
Oh my
pilots
God.
continue engaging the Kilrathi.
Flying a new ship? I think I've been in this once before, but this is like a big bomber. Or maybe I was a different ship. But yeah, I'm in a big bomber with a bunch of torpedoes and missiles.
All batteries open fire. Cruisers open up a path.
And a longbow bomber from Wing Commander 3. Kind of unfortunate that they decided to start shooting at that one. Well, bombs? You want them? Rope? Lamp oil? Okay.
sequence. Our destroyers are about to hit the jump point.
Okay, that's all my torpedoes.
I'm hit. Assist.
Uh-oh. Sounds like we're not too hot.
Time to mourn. Press on, Commander.
Light destroyer. Okay, we're getting them. We're getting them. And we're getting through. Alright, I feel like if we just like, instead of just all going through the jump point, if we had just stuck around to fight these guys with all of our ships, we could have just taken them out with less casualties. But whatever.
I'm hit. Assist.
Because we're not so much running the blockade as we are destroying most of it. Oh, that's that like bomb launching sound, right? But I think those must be friendly bombs, because the thing's not targeting it.
Captain, the other destroyers jumped out safely.
This plan might work. After all. I'm hit. Assist.
Captain, we're commencing final jump point approach.
Cruisers, stay in formation. We go through the jump point together. Miss Sweeney, sound jump station's alarm.
Oh, that's the gate. Oh, I see.
The Hermes has successfully jumped out.
Okay, can I leave now?
Got bogeys all over me, requesting assistance.
Oh, this thing's almost dead. Oh god, I think I'm taking damage here. Got him.
I've got bogeys all over me, requesting assistance.
Do you have bogeys all over you? I don't think there are any fighters left.
Heads up, I've got some new sensor contact. It looks like we've got several dozen Kilrathi fighters converging on our position.
I think it's time to leave.
Battle group. All longbows, jump out now.
Do I go to the jump point? I guess it's just a cutscene. Oh, look at that incredibly tiny Vega system in the corner there. That's probably a resolution thing.
Welcome to the Vega system, William Tells. I'm sorry about Colonel Clyer and your squad mates. You are cleared to land.
Mission complete.
Tells, I'm sure Colonel Clear would be as proud of you as I am today. At the very least, we got out alive and took down a few capital ships doing so too, I might add. We did lose a destroyer, along with Colonel Clear and Lieutenants Pletcher and Baronek, but considering what was at stake, it could have been worse. Much worse. The Kilrathi haven't followed us through the jump point yet. I have been asked to take over the William Tells as acting CO. I would like to thank you personally, Sandman, for helping us out. Although Major Boz wants you back in his unit ASAP, I'd be happy to have you in my squadron again, anytime. Funeral arrangements for all lost today will be announced shortly. William Tells, dismissed.
Okay. Alright. Well, it's past 8, so that'll be all for today. But, yeah, tune in next week, same time, 5 Pacific, and I will continue this. I think this is super cool. Like, I'm really impressed by this. So, yeah, we're gonna keep going next Saturday. And yeah, thanks for coming.
Second ship watch set.